Hello and welcome back to the World Championships with me, Rebecca Walker, joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi.
Hi. And we are on to the top 8. This is the last video in the top cut. So we do not have top 4 and we do not have the final. You can see one of the top 4 games on the Fantasy Flight Games channel. And also the final was recorded by FFG, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately we don't have the top 4 because we have attempted to record the melee final, which theoretically will be the next video. Just have to double check and make sure that everything came out all right. So this then, top 8, we've got Hanno Lunser on the left playing Bara Qohor and Lennart Paga playing Martell Kingdom on the right. And we have our setups.
Yay.
Do you want to run us through?
Sure. Lennart has 2 cards in Shadows, a Rose Road, a Summersea Port and Gaston Grey. Hanno has a duplicated Fast Bob with Shireen Core.
So no economy on Hanno's side, whereas Lennart's starting off with 2. So good for Lennart. And also there's 2 cards in Shadows, seems to be quite pleased with his setup. Hanno a little bit slower, but we've got Bob on the board, so we can get an idea of what the deck is trying to do.
Yeah, Bara Qohor, pretty much a known quantity. Going to rush fast. Ideally you want some economy and be able to get Solis on the board turn 1 with some Valor attachments on a big character. So that can still happen.
Yeah.
But the only downside with Azor Ahai Reborn is if it went on to Robert, for example, and he would consider participating in every challenge in which you control an attacking Valor character, Gaston Grey laughs at that.
It does indeed, but the plus side of Qohor is you just need to win a challenge as a first player. Well, not even necessarily as a first player. You just need to win a challenge and be able to get an attachment swap and maybe stick a Seized by the Guard or not Frozen Solid because that's the wrong faction.
Yep.
But Seized by the Guard and the Gaston Grey would certainly help for a turn or 2.
So you're right, Hanno doesn't want to marshal Azor Ahai Reborn at this stage. He needs to be able to deal with the Gaston Grey.
Both players now looking at their opening plots, trying to decide what to go for. And very conveniently, both players very, very kindly put their decks online. So if you are interested in their decks, you can find them both on Thrones DB. Should we run through some of their plots and their choices and things?
Sure.
I mean, the players know each other's plots, so why shouldn't you guys? So Lennart then has options: At the Gates, Forgotten Plans, Late Summer Feast, March to the Wall, First Snow, Valar M, and Win or Die. What we've got on Hanno's side:
Barring the Gates, Heir to the Iron Throne, Loan from the Iron Bank, Parley at Storm's End, The King in the North, Wildfire Assault, and You Win or You Die.
So opening plots then, Hanno's gone for Air and Lennart's gone for First Snow. First Snow is an interesting one here. I know Shireen's on the board. It might be that Lennart's trying to take advantage of the fact that Hanno doesn't have any economy and so probably won't be able to put out many bigs. But Hanno going for the Heir to the Iron Throne, good for him. It means that he can get Shireen off the board and replace it with someone who's not going to disappear to the First Snow, which is what he has done. He has gone for the Stannis.
Yeah, so I wonder what Lennart was expecting to see from Hanno at the beginning. Not sure. It almost definitely wasn't going to be Wildfire or You Win or You Die. Probably not Loan from the Iron Bank either. So yeah, Air, Barring the Gate possibly, although you'd expect Hanno to wait.
Yeah.
King in the North was feasible.
Feasible. If you particularly wanted to get some challenges off with Bob.
Yep.
And you could have done that.
Or Parley. So yeah, interesting to try and consider what you think Lennart might have expected Hanno to play.
So both these names are pretty well known. Safe to say, right?
I think that is fair to say.
So you want to run us through some of their achievements, Richard? You'll better remember these kind of things than I am.
I could, yeah. Lennart won some tournament last year in America.
It wasn't that big a tournament, right?
It was a reasonably well attended tournament.
I feel like we might have a deck of cards that's, the same as his deck of cards, right?
What?
From last year.
What, the champ?
Was it World Champ deck?
Yeah, we didn't buy that because it's Martell.
What? Did we not buy it?
Hell no.
Is that like the only year we've not bought it?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you could have just gone along with it. Now we just look like we're really mean.
No, it's not that we don't like Martell. It's apparently we disagree with Lennart's winning of Worlds.
So sure we had it. We have all the other stuff.
Nope, we have not got it confirmed.
I am rubbish.
But yeah, he did win. He did win World. He's won some other tournaments as well.
Yeah.
Well, he's won a lot of other tournaments. I mean, he's very well known. Hanno's also won something. Do you want to run us through some of Hanno's achievements?
No, go on. Like I say, you remember these better than I do.
Let's just say they've both won lots of tournaments. So we see Hanno, he had the Dragonstone Port, and he plays out the Salice, which...
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like that turn 1, but more ideally, Hanno doesn't, at this moment, have Claim Soak. But the good thing with the Qohor agenda is you can win challenges and Qohor and get a bodyguard for Lennart's return challenges.
Yes. We do have on Bob there a Red God's Blessing and the Warhammer, so he'll be able to intimidate if needed. The problem is that Gaston Grey. Now the issue is Hanno knows that Lennart has Val Morgullis, so is Hanno going to want to make sure he does a challenge with one of them to be able to Qohor the Warhammer to go and grab a bodyguard for Stannis maybe? The risk, of course, is that the character doing the challenge is going to get sent back to hand using Gaston Grey. It kind of depends.
At this stage, I don't believe Hanno is going to put Bob or Stannis into a challenge.
No, I was thinking most likely you'd put Salice in.
Yeah.
Maybe do an intrigue.
Interesting.
I'd go with the intrigue over the power. Actually, I guess we can check this. I was going to say, if Lennart's running Viper's Eyes, which he is not, apparently.
Interesting. He does have 2 Robert Strong, so he saves a significant amount of gold here.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually marshalled anything. And both players, I think, are passing their challenges. Yeah, both players decided to pass challenges.
Yeah, so
and
because
went straight to Dom.
Lennart saved a significant amount of gold, Hanno couldn't risk Salice because Robert Strong would do a thing.
Yeah, like I say, the issue is Hanno knows that Lennart's got Valarem, and I mean, quite honestly, if I was Lennart and I had the opportunity to get rid of Salice and Stannis, that's pretty tempting to me.
You think?
Don't you?
No. Because Hanno can play Loan to the Iron Bank, play out 10 gold worth of cards, whilst Lennart's going to have 4 gold.
Yeah.
And admittedly, he'll have 2 gold shadow reduction, but it still doesn't compare, and he'll still have Fast Bob on the board. I don't think Valar this time is good for Lennart. I mean, an ideal play for Lennart would have been if Hanno had done the challenge with Salice, and it would have had to have been Salice to avoid the Gaston Grey. He could have Robert Stronged, then marched Stannis. But we do have Valar Morgullis, and we do have Loan from the Iron Bank.
We do indeed. I mean, I think I agree with Lennart on this one. I think I would have been happy to get rid of the Stannis and the Salice. And then again, I've played a lot of Bara Qohor, so I know having Salice on the board that early is such a good, economical impact.
Lots of economy. So another thing that could have helped in Lennart's thinking is he will have limited resources. We know, but he does have Flea Bottom and he does have Hagen's Daughter in the discard pile.
Oh, okay.
Now, one interesting thing of Lennart's list is that he's actually got more than one of Hagen's Daughter.
Does he? Let's have a look. He's got 3!
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Which indicates it could be quite an important part of his deck.
That's interesting.
I mean, Hagen's Daughter is definitely continual claim soak.
She is, yeah. It's interesting to see like what's 3 of and what isn't.
Yeah.
Because there aren't that many 3 ofs in the deck.
Right.
You've got 3 Ariane, 3 Hagen's Daughter, 3 Shrewd Diplomat, and 3 Knight of Flowers.
And 3 bottom flayers.
Oh yeah, and bottom flayers. It's them. Yeah, I remember there were more 3 ofs than I thought.
So that Ariane Martell that he's playing is the POS, Pit of Snakes Ariane.
Oh,
the Shadows Ariane. So when a card comes out of Shadows, you trigger Ariane and you can remove an icon of your choice.
That seems annoying.
Yeah, limit 3 per phase. So things that are going in and out of Shadows, Ariane is triggering.
Now, it might be worth pointing out that we've had a new restricted list come in from the Conclave. So people are not up to date with that. I think you can find it. Well, they've got it on Facebook. They put it up, and the Thrones DB. Yeah, Thrones DB is also sort of monitoring the new restricted list from the Conclave.
Do the Conclave have an actual platform?
I don't know. I like, as I was speaking, I did wonder that actually, because obviously not everybody uses Facebook. But yeah, so Lennart's deck would now be technically illegal according to the new restricted list because Kingdom of Shadows and Flea Bottom are both on that restricted list. I don't know about Hanno's. Would Hanno still be illegal?
How many restricted cards would he have now?
He's got 2, so he's only 1.
I'm pretty sure Hanno would have 3.
Oh, okay.
Because he had the King in the North, Solis is now restricted, along with the Great Hall.
Quite a few then.
Yep. So the Bara Qohor is significantly weaker, I think. Because what are you going to run?
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Solis is like the point of the deck.
Yeah.
Gets you attachments for free, and then you can Qohor them off, and gives you great value. The King in the North is just a good way to cement your advantage. Because you're running 6 King.
Yeah.
And Great Hall is your econ. Now, a lot of people say that Baratheon's economy is bad.
They're not great. Just worth noting here, so Hanno went in with a power challenge using Alistair, Sir Davos, and I don't know what the alt art is.
Is that Acolyte of the Flame?
Possibly. Lennart brought in Sir Robert Strong and used that to kill Sir Alistair. Sir Alistair's reaction caused Sir Robert Strong to be knelt. Lennart then attempted to Ironbank Robert Strong back to hand, which was cancelled with the hand's judgment by Hanno. So the Robert Strong comes back to hand, but Lennart does not get the gold.
Brutal.
So Lennart will not be able to do any extra mean stuff this turn.
That's going to be a significant hit.
Then the challenge was won. The Gaston Grey was not triggered. As a reaction, the Qohor went and grabbed Seized by the Guard with 2 gold put onto Gaston Grey there. And now we have a military challenge coming in from Bob, who is no longer scared of that Gaston Grey and can do his military unopposed. Nothing to claim.
Get rid of the Red God Blessing for Lightbringer.
Makes sense, right?
Oh, he's already done the power challenge, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yep, Lightbringer on Bob. Renown, reaction with the Lightbringer to restand Bob, and reaction with Bob to get an extra power on his faction card.
Speedy.
So this was a nice round for Hanno. Obviously lost 2 key characters of his deck and doesn't have a way to get those back. However, he's managed to sort of play it in his favour a little bit and get some board presence and be okay.
I think one of the most important things here was the hand judgment on the Iron Bank will have its due, because I'm sure Lennart had planned for that 6 gold, namely at least a flea bottom character, and then 5 gold for whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's got another card in Shadows, so could have been doing something with that.
Big tempo hit.
Yes, yeah. And then because of Bob standing, Hanno also was able to take Dom.
That dominance for those of you who are new to the game.
I mean, it's not literally a guy called Dom sitting in the corner that Hanno's just been like, hey, and taken.
That would be a really interesting concept.
Yeah. So what happens in the Game of Thrones?
If after the challenger phase you have the most strength standing or in gold, you get the guy called Dom for a round, who gets to advise you on your next round of marshalling.
I was trying to think if I know anyone called Dom now. I think I had a student called Dom once.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't have that many lessons.
I know someone called Dom.
Do you?
I went on a stag do with him.
His stag do?
No.
Okay. Yours?
No.
Cool. I was going to say, because I've never met anyone called Dom. You know, anyway.
He lives in America, actually.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
cool story, bro.
Yep. And Hanno won Dom.
Hanno won Dom.
Cool. So, we know what the first 2 plots are. What are you expecting next?
I don't really know.
I think Hanno could play the king in the north.
Yeah, that would work. Maybe a barring.
Yeah, I think it's either barring or the king in the north. I don't think you need to parlay. I don't think you win or you die this turn. So I think I would wager king in the north or bar in the gate.
Yeah, I think Win or You Die would be a really bad choice right now, and Wildfire, because there's nothing to hit with Wildfire, and Win or Die, Lennart has no power, Lennart has no characters, so it would seem a bit of a waste. Yeah, certainly barring or King the North to slow him down.
So you'd expect Forgotten Plan probably from Lennart, given both of those options.
Yeah, but he's gone for Late Summer Feast. Looks like he wanted a bit of extra gold. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell what Hanno actually played because of the glare.
Okay, he's got 4 gold. Then maybe he played Parlay, which means he put a token down. A certain number of certain challenges won't be initiated this round.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting to see what he's picked, because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a blue token, so he could have said power, but I feel like that would be
bad.
Strange. Yeah.
Maybe it's green.
Maybe. Or maybe the colour of the token has absolutely no meaning. Maybe there's a symbol on it. And we're both just like, it looks blue! Must be power. Oh well. Sorry, not quite sure what that is. But parlay makes sense, actually.
Yep, it's definitely parlay. I didn't see that one coming. Late Summer Feast makes sense with Lennart's board as is. 1 card in shadowed, nothing on the board.
I have a little question here.
Oh?
So, Lennart played out a gate, but it looks like... it looks like Hanno put a gold away and then got a gold back. So it looks like Hanno's got 4 gold. Whereas I feel like he should have more than that. Because it's saving 1. So it looks like he started with 4 gold. But he would have had 5, right? With the Gates of the Moon.
Mm-hmm. But he played Loan from the Iron Bank.
Ah!
So you get -1.
I always forget that bit. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, Ariane. So she's the one where when a card comes out of shadows, you remove an icon, right?
Yep.
And that includes herself?
Excuse me?
That includes when she comes out of shadows?
Yeah, there's the reaction when a card comes out of shadow.
Yeah, so she's taken Bob's power icon there, which must be sad for Hanno. They've still got other power icons, so it's not the end of the world. So what challenges do you think Lennart will attempt here? Think he'll go for the intrigue?
It would depend if... I think Intrigue Challenge must have been parlayed, otherwise they wouldn't have bothered taking Bob's power icon.
Yeah. Yeah, the parlay wouldn't be the power.
So I'm assuming he's just going to do a power. Now I've got Creston and Davos. And the Acolyte of the Flame, we're assuming that is. Or is it just a Dragonstone Faithful?
I really don't know.
Trying to see how many icons it has, but...
Just a bit too far away, isn't it?
And one of those old arts where the icons are just right in the corner, and they're tiny.
Yeah.
But whatever. We know Hanno can defend a power challenge. As did... Oh, Ariane got Still. Oh, who knew?
So Ariane's stealthing past the... whatever that one is.
Let's go with Dragonstone Faithful.
Let's go with that. So Davos and Crescent defending by the looks of it, which should win the challenge, right? Unless Lennart has tricks.
I mean, if Lennart had wanted to win the power challenge, he could have. He could have stealthed to Crescent. Right?
Yeah.
So, he's still got a flea bottom trigger. He's still got a card in Shadows. And he still has 5 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So, options abound. I'm going for flea bottom. Shrewd Diplomat going to take someone out of the challenge.
Okay.
Crescent.
So you're right. You could win the challenge if you wanted.
I mean, you don't initiate a power challenge, leave your opponent more strength, stealthing the weak person, unless you have a trick.
So Lennart winning the challenge, late summer feast, meaning that Hanno gets to draw a card, and yeah, power for Lennart, -1 for Hanno. Lennart then bringing Hagen's Sorter out of Shadows, so this means he can do the military.
Nicely done.
I mean, you'd kill the little dude, right?
You would. Or you kill Davos, depend on your philosophy on the matter.
Yeah.
Depends if you need the economy. Counterintuitive though, because if you kill Davos, you need the economy to replay him. So.
Oh, okay. Looks like Lennart decided not to use the military challenge. Might be that he wanted to make sure that Hanno couldn't get unopposed.
What happened there?
End of the round, so the Shrewd Diplomat went back into the deck because it was brought in with flea bottom.
Why was it nil?
It was nil because it defended... No, because it was involved in a power challenge.
Was it?
Yes.
Cool.
And Hanno winning done.
So, Hanno's still on 6 power, but Lennart got 1 back. The comeback is on.
I find it interesting that Hanno didn't play Barring or King of the North last turn.
Well, maybe he saw that Lennart was in a weak spot with no characters on the board, only 1 card in Shadows, so he was expecting Lennart maybe to just play a big gold plot.
So I think Lennart's played Forgotten Plans here.
Makes sense.
I'm not sure what Hanno's played.
Because you're going to expect Hanno to have played the King in the North or Bar in the Gates.
Yeah. I think Hanno's using Altar, and I couldn't quite tell what it was, unfortunately. So, yeah, it could be Barring. But it doesn't matter, I guess, because Forgotten Plans, so...
How much gold has he collected?
5? Which would make sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lennart asking the same question.
I would find, like, I don't think I've ever played with Loan from the Iron Bank, but I would find it really, like, yeah, I'd just forget every turn, basically, if I was playing that. Probably a good thing I'm not playing it.
If you were...
Derek!
Oh.
Don't see him very often.
If you were an unscrupulous player, Loan from the Iron Bank is your perfect block card.
Why?
Because if you just forget the gold, you know, if you wanted to cheat, you'd forget the gold, wouldn't you? You just keep counting your gold and see if your opponent notices.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was going to say, it's not the kind of thing for me. I hate making mistakes, especially on camera where I can look back and just feel awful for making them. So, yeah, I don't think I want anything which I can fuck up any more than I normally do. Also, set the bastard letter.
No, the what?
No?
That's a start card.
Oh.
It's disputed claim.
You know what? I thought disputed claim, but then I was like, oh, it looks like a letter. That must be bastard's letter then.
Liar.
I'm not lying.
Disputed claim goes on Beric Dondarrion. +2 strength and get renown if it has more power. Only faction card.
I mean, certainly at this point, Hanno has more power in his faction card, so he will be able to use this disputed claim.
I mean, Beric already got renown.
It does, but I mean, having an attachment that you can just Qohor out also seems like a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, who else would you put it on, really? Does it have to be the... Oh, no, never mind. I'm just asking a stupid question. I'm going to shut it now.
Yeah, it only goes on Lord, Lady, Lord, Bastard.
Okay.
Davos the Lord. I don't think that edition of Davos is the Lord, is he?
I can't remember.
I think he's just like a smuggler or some shit.
Like Knight and Smuggler, I think?
Yeah, let's give him Knight and Smuggler. Not Captain or anything like that.
Not this particular one. So, looks like Lennart's sitting on 4 gold. 2 cards and Shadows.
See, that's how Shadows should be played. Not 1 million cards in Shadows. Now that was good foresight of Hanno having the disputed claim on Beric Dondarrion because cannot be targeted by a Shadow Priestess.
Yeah. Yeah, you could even see Lennart just sort of pointing at that disputed claim like, God damn it. So, yeah, definitely a good choice putting it on there. And the card coming out of Shadows, Ariane could react to remove the power icon from Bob. So yet again, he is powerless.
Nice.
Thank you. On the plus side, Beric is pretty strong with his 6 tokens, so he's good for a bit.
But Ariane has stealth.
She does.
And a power icon.
She does.
So Lennart can win the power challenge, but Hanno will just win one on the swing back.
And I guess Lennart doesn't want to leave his board too wide open. Although, I mean, if you can last another round, that Seized by the Guard, I think it's had its last gold taken off it now, so it will fall off at the beginning of next round's marshalling.
So that's what Hanno's saving his King in the North turn for.
Yeah.
Especially now he knows Forgotten Planet is gone.
Yeah, that's true. How many Seized by the Guard does Hanno run?
Let me consult my memory. Probably not many.
Just a note.
One.
Just the one. Oh, okay. Bob went in for the military, which was removed from a shrewd diplomat. Which is sad, because again, slowing down Hanno's power claim there. Obviously, Bara Qohor is known for liking to rush, and Bob not being able to be in any challenges does not help that. Beric is still in the challenge though. Can Lennart win this challenge?
Well, that's a military for 8 then, right?
Yeah, true.
So, do you defend with Hagen's daughter? Take her for claim, put her back in Shadows?
Yeah, you might as well, right? No reason not to.
I don't know if there's anything else in Flea Bottom.
I don't think Lennart's got any gold left.
Yeah, it looks like he spent it, right? What's that on Ariane? Just a token to remind how many times she'd been triggered?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's 2 gold on her. And she's been triggered twice, I think, this turn.
Nice.
From the Priestess and the Diplomat, so that would make sense. How many times is she? She limits 3 times per round.
3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I was Lennart, I'd defend with Hagen's daughter just to stop it being unopposed and then just put it back in the Shadows. That makes sense, right?
It could, yeah. Unless Lennart wanted to strike back or whatever. He's doing some serious math.
He is, isn't he? I played Lennart in the Joust, and I remember sitting down next to him, and we was on like table 2, so I was like, oh, look how high I am at the tables, you know, and I was quite pleased with myself.
Just in the
and I sat,
day 1A?
Yeah, and I sat down across Lennart, and he looked so pleased when he saw his hand, and I was like, oh no. And then he started laughing, and I was like, what? And he was like, this is literally the best thing I could have had. And I was like, oh, okay. and he like set up his, his setup and everything, and redrew, and he just started chuckling away to himself again. And I was like, oh God, what? And he was like, I can't believe how good this is. And I was just like, great, that's exactly what I want to hear from a previous world champion.
Probably just intimidating you.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think I gained a single power that game.
There you go.
I got absolutely steamrolled.
It worked. So
this is good.
But Hanno won the military challenge and cohored off the siege bodyguard that was going next round.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And handed Milk Ariane instead.
I guess the bonus now is because it's a reaction. Ghastly Grey can't be triggered on Beric here.
Yeah, we've gone past that window.
Getting a little mini cheeky power there, which easily defended by the Shrewd Diplomat. So Lennart coming back now with an intrigue, which is unopposed. Claim. She's really annoying. I play a lot of Stark and she is a pain in the ass. I do not like her.
Wow. But look at her hair, it's so glorious.
She's very lovely looking, but she's a pain in the ass.
Good to know.
Just, same. Don't play her if you're playing against Stark. They won't appreciate it.
She's the only way Bara can keep up.
Okay, so next plot then.
So I'm expecting King in the North from Hanno. What are you expecting from Lennart? That's assuming Hanno played barring the gates.
Yeah. So
which I'm sure he would have, because, I mean, if you're Hanno, you would have looked at the siege bodyguard, see it's going to run out this turn 5, and then you would have saved your King in the North for it.
Well, I mean, so Lennart's got At the Gates left. He's got March to the Wall and Win or Die. He's gone for At the Gates, okay.
Not ready for you Win or You Die yet.
No.
March doesn't really help him.
In fact, probably worse for him, isn't it, really? Because Hanno just gets rid of the little chud. Although, actually, March wouldn't have been that bad because he could have put the Shrewd Diplomat into the discard pile and flea bottomed back in.
It's true. Very, very valid point. So the good thing with Hagen's daughter, being a 3-of, is that she's a cheap Shadows card that can keep going into Shadows and coming back out of Shadows to trigger Ariane.
How much does she cost?
2 to come out of Shadows. And you can almost guarantee her going back to Shadows each round if your opponent wants to do a military challenge. So a 2-cost body on the board, 2-cost Bicon, and triggers Ariane as well. That's value.
I didn't quite see what that attachment was that went on Beric, unfortunately, but we do have an Acolyte of the Flame.
Is it a Seal of the Hand?
Ah, yes, I think it is actually. I vaguely recall that happening at some point during the game.
Because Bob's got Lightbringer. So this game could be over real quick. King in the North shut down all of Lennart.
Tricks and things.
Yeah.
So what can Hanno get here? So let's say he gets Power Claim, Renown on Beric and Bob.
Twice.
Plus Bob's reaction twice.
That's 7.
That's 7. And then maybe something unopposed. There's no military icons on the board on Lennart's side. So yeah, I mean, Hanno could quite easily get 7 power this round. Maybe more if he can stealth or get an unopposed. Could be the closing round.
Military could be, but Hagen's daughter's in the Shadows.
Ah, yes. Yeah, that's true.
Might just be game here.
Yeah, I don't see how Lennart can get out of this, because he's not going to be able to trigger anything to stop Hanno. Unless Lennart just goes for making sure nothing's unopposed and tries to Indom. Stop Hanno at 14 and does something, but I don't think that's going to help.
He's not going to Windom, because Hanno doesn't really need to nail the rest of his board.
No?
He just did military and power challenges with Beric and Bob.
Yeah. Okay, what's
I mean, Hanno's going to Windom as well, so there's your 8 power.
Depends if Lennart can take one back.
He could just Warhammer onto Bob and do Intimidate on both those challenges.
This is true.
Just keep Davos standing if you have to.
Oh, and the other thing he could do is, because he's got the seal of the hand on Beric,
Yep.
he could use the seal of the hand to restand Beric and then Qohor off the seal to go and get Azor Ahai.
Yep.
And then do the intrigue and get that last power on Bob as Rennell.
True. He doesn't. Oh, he does have an intrigue icon now. The Acolyte of the Flame.
What?
There's an Acolyte of the Flame on the board, which means that is a Dragonstone faithful, I'm sure of it.
We'll go with that.
So, yeah, seems like it's game over.
I think at this point, Hanno and Lennart are discussing, and Hanno's basically telling Lennart about how it's impossible for him not to win. Is the impression I kind of got. But it looks like they're going to play it out for us anyway.
Yeah, well, King of the North is one of those cards, isn't it? It's restricted now, quite rightly so, because it's just above the curve. Martell and Night's Watch don't really have an answer to it, except dedicate a plot slot in Forgotten Plans. And it's just one of those plots that some factions just cannot leverage.
Yeah.
Cannot get past. Shut someone down for a round. Not really very fair.
So we've got the military being defended by Hagen's daughter, the seal of the hand restanding Beric. No other reactions at this point. No, it's not looking happy.
Because it's GG, my friend.
See that like slight frown on his face there, like the sort of sad looking mouth. Like imagine it now, like completely gleeful and eagerly, like hee. That's how it was in my game.
That's Lennart when he's smashing his opponent.
Yeah.
But Hanno, when he's smashing his opponent, still maintains a gruff exterior.
Who does he?
Hanno's part of the Conclave now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I can't. Well, I'm guessing he'll be on card design.
Yeah. Originally, people thought they were voting for people into position, but it then turned out the Conclave were just voting people into the Conclave, and then they'll sort the positions out among themselves. So I think Hanno was design.
Okay.
With restricted listing, it turned out they were just going to chat about it, and it's nothing to do with design or playtesting, so whatever.
So Bob getting that through. Azor Ahai onto Bob. Onto 10 power. Lennart concedes. Hanno's the winner. And that's it.
GG. That concludes our world coverage.
Well, we've got the melee final.
True.
So if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/the White Walkers, and we will be back with the melee final, hopefully, as soon as we can.
Yay.
Yay! So we'll see you all then.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.